According to people on the internet, Cat's Eye are not PG-13 enough for their young and impressionable fan base. But when was it ever implied that Cat's Eye were targeting a younger audience? I get that during the cis era, their image and styling had been more child friendly, but Cat's Eye has had four official comebacks, I think. And out of those four, only one of those has a very soft, feminine concept and image. It was at debut, when they were trying to find their own sound, so they stuck to the most generic girl group concept. Why? Because it's safe and also very easy to market to potential audiences. The thing about debut concepts is that the group is rarely going to stick to it, especially considering the fact that even though everyone right now claims that Cis Era was Cat's Eye's best era, the album didn't perform as well as expected. In fact, it was actually their most unsuccessful era. Yes, Touch did go viral, but that was only sometime later after the song was released. At that time, most of the people who were familiar with katseye were other K-pop fans, or people who had followed up with Dream Academy. So you can't say that they gained a lot of teen fans during Touch era when they weren't that popular as compared to now. What actually made the biggest impact on Cat's popularity, especially in the West, was Gnarly. That's how most fans, including the younger ones, came to know Cat's. And I don't need to tell you that Gnarly is not exactly a song for kids. And before you mention it in the comments, yes, I am aware that katseye performed Gnarly at the Kids' Choice Awards. But the thing is, most of the songs that get performed there hadn't been made with children in mind. It's just that they ended up being popular among kids. It's what happens when a song goes viral on places like TikTok, which Gnarly did. And if you still don't believe my point, let me bring up examples. 1. The Pussycat Dolls, a girl group with an even more mature concept than katseye. In 2009, they performed their song When I Grow Up at the Kids' Choice Awards. Not because they were targeting teen audiences, but because the song was a massive radio hit that kids were singing 24/7. And 2, if you want a more recent example, Ice Spice herself performed at the same award show just last year. She collaborated with Nickelodeon to release a song for the SpongeBob movie. I'm pretty sure you all know what kind of songs Ice Spice makes, which just goes to show that the organizers of the award show don't really care what audience an artist has. As long as their song goes viral on TikTok or even Roblox, then they'll definitely be invited to perform or collaborate. So, using the excuse that because Cat's Eye performed at the Kids' Choice Award show means they are targeting teens makes absolutely zero sense. So, let's talk about what's really bothering people. Because we all know the problem isn't Cat's Eye's fan base's age. The real problem is the policing of what Cat's Eye gets to wear. Yes, the clothes they wear are very revealing, and there is a lot of worry that the company may be forcing it onto them, which is a very valid concern. But the way you people are going about it, you're practically calling them whores. Every single time, it's like, oh my god, why is Daniela showing her ass again? They're showing too much skin, or Lara shouldn't show her stomach if she doesn't have a flat one. Like, do y'all not hear how you guys sound? And then to disguise this as simply criticizing the company for the choice of outfits. First of all, maybe try to consider the possibility that the members are okay with the outfits. It is their body, and if they want to wear bold and revealing outfits, then it is their choice, just as much as if they wanted to stick to more modest clothing. If the members had shown that they were not comfortable with what they were given to wear, then this would be a whole different conversation. All I'm seeing so far are just assumptions made by people who refuse to believe any other possibility other than Cat's Eye are being forced and have absolutely no say in whatever they wear. It's kind of like the Heesung situation, where his fans refuse to believe that he himself wanted to leave the group. He could even go on live right now and say those exact words, and his fans would say that Hybe managers were pressuring him behind the scenes. It's the same thing when it comes to katseye. People were saying that Yoonchae hated Hootie Fruity and probably felt uncomfortable because of how sexual the music video was, only for her to come out unprompted and say that she really liked it and recommended it to fans. She even said that out of the entire Wild EP Hootie Fruity choreography is her favorite. Yet people are still not going to believe her and say that she's being forced to say all of those things. In the beginning, I understood why people were concerned about Yunche because she was 16 when Katseye debuted. She was a minor, and it was completely justified to worry whether some things were being forced on her. But even then, the difference between how she and Megan were treated by the public was huge, considering they only have a 1 year age difference. Because Yoonchae was born and raised in Korea, she is heavily infantilized and viewed as innocent and someone who needs to be protected, because surely Korean women can't possibly want to wear revealing clothes and do mature concepts. That's what women raised in America do. Yoonchae couldn't possibly like a song like Hootie Fruity. She's Korean, and East Asian women are far too innocent to understand mature songs like that. That's literally how you guys sound like. In fact, I feel like the K-pop label that has been branded onto katseye is the reason why people are so uncomfortable with them having a mature concept. The moment people hear K-pop, they think of something that kids or teens listen to. It's why everyone is so convinced that katseye has a predominantly young audience. It's why people want them to return to that safe, soft, and feminine pop concept that they had during cis era. People's brains are struggling to understand how a group with a mature and bold sound as katseye could be a product from the K-pop system. K-pop groups are infantilized, not just by their fans, but also by non-K-pop listeners. Most people who have a vague idea of K-pop tend to see it as a machine, where idols are completely under the control of their management. From their point of view, K-pop idols can't control what they wear and what they sing. This is unfortunately the situation for a lot of K-pop idols, especially from lesser-known companies. But the thing is, these people are imprinting those same stereotypes onto katseye. Katseye may have been created from the K-pop blueprint, but they are lucky enough to have more freedom. I mean, look at Lexi. She managed to get out of 2 contracts with Hybe and Geffen just simply because their direction didn't align with what she was comfortable with. It's obvious that their contracts are way more lenient than for traditional K-pop idols. And then there's the fact that katseye is based in LA, and the labor and contract laws are different over there, making it much harder for music labels to take advantage of their artists compared to Korea. So let's start welcoming the idea that katseye do know what they're doing and have a little bit more faith and trust in them. I honestly don't understand why you guys try so badly to hate their new direction. The girls have never looked more comfortable and independent, especially Yoonchae. The girl has been glowing ever since she went blonde. They all look more in their element, and in my opinion, this style suits them more than whatever they had at debut. Why are people so upset to see them evolve, to see them grow confident, and to see them stand out? One thing I'm sure about the katseye girlies is that they are very outspoken about things that they really think are important. So if they really don't like how something is being done, especially at management, they are definitely going to find a way to tell us about it. So for now, I'm just going to have faith and trust in them.